Hello, people.
Oh, what, we're actually on?
Yeah.
Oh, Struth.
You got to remember I edit mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't often edit, but you know, it is what it is.
That's right. Hello, people. Got a collab going this weekend. I haven't been on for a while.
Oh, me either.
But I'm out here with the Forbidden Unit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
How's it go? We're going to do some sketchy shit.
Don't forget, I've got my Japanese safety boots on.
I hope I get away. I don't know what I want yet to do, because in a nutshell, I've just done that side. This side's shorter.
Yep.
Probably because I took a little bit off of there and I actually bent it a bit different, because it broke off on the trip home. It was hanging just by like a bit of weld, and because that other tyre was so flat and going around like this, because it's probably sat out in the weather for 20 years, the vibrations, like even though like dead flat idle, third gear's on like 18 k's an hour, it's just going ka-dunk so hard that it's like thunk, dragged on the road, because it actually wedged up in something.
Yep.
So I jumped out, threw it on the ute, and I'm like, I'll fix that later. But what I got to do, at the moment I'm just fixing the ends to get some strength, because I'm going to put a little hopper on here.
For chucking everything into, and then it can feed up.
Yeah, because you know, like working.
For those people that don't watch the Forbidden Unit and haven't caught up on what he's actually doing here, it is actually a sack loader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also used for small square bales.
So what Dan's actually doing here is he's creating a wood elevator.
Yeah. And because this is the best deal, because it's already got the floor, so you can get bits of wood in here and they can rub on the floor and find their way to the top of the pile.
And to be honest, the moment I saw it on your channel, I knew exactly what it was for.
So obviously with Len's injuries, it's hard for me to get any help, and I've got another couple of people. Joe, he's injured as hell. So I do a lot of stuff by myself. Tamara's always busy. She was my sidekick for the most part.
And this weekend I rang Dan and said, I don't give a stuff, I'm coming out to help you.
Yeah.
Whether I do actually do anything or just give him emotional support.
Emotional support's everything, you know, motivation, you know, and people to bounce ideas off of is the main criteria that I actually need. Motivation as well. So what happened is last weekend, last Friday, I finished work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We only did a short day, and I've already had this teed up to bring home for a little while. So I thought, rather than try and put it on a car trailer, I would just try and bring it home myself behind the ute. So I run my dodgy air compressor off the ute and pumped that tyre up, unscrewed the air compressor. This is a story I haven't even told you yet, like, or I might have partially, I don't know.
I think you said it on
my last video.
Yeah, I think you said that you took it off and it went flat.
I didn't kind of go into detail. I'm just going into a little bit more detail. Like, I actually screwed it off, and I'm like, I've stuck my finger back over it because the valve's not working. I'm like, I'm not going to risk pumping it back up again, because my air compressor is as dodgy as they come. Like, it's due for major repairs or a new one. And so I've just reached over to the ute and pulled the cap off, and I'm like, if this seals, that'll do.
You did say that. Yeah.
So, done that, and then pumped up this tyre, which has actually got a few little cracks in it, but it's got a tube in it, big deal.
It'll do.
And this one actually goes around nice and true. All the vibrations were from the other side. I think the flat spots come out of this one, and a few hot days with air in them. You know, that tyre's due to replace, but I think Joe said he's got another one off of a Land Rover Jeep that's the same size.
Yep.
Yeah, 616.
So you're going to actually put this on the road, or just...
No, it'll only go, well, it might go between here and the farm. The engine does go.
Yeah.
I've had it running.
Yeah, I think you did last video, didn't you?
Yeah. And Joe was out here, and Tamara, we put some heat on those little rollers.
Oh, you got them moving, did you?
Yep, all of them turned now.
Yep.
And they weren't turned, we had that much WD-40 and other stuff up here that they weren't actually sliding on the track.
Yep.
so they were actually hard to get turning. But I started it the other night after work, and they've been out in the sun, and it
Soaked in and...
yeah, got a bit more traction on the wheels now, so they actually all turn going up.
You going to put any plates on, or the wood will just catch on what's there?
Well, this is the thing. It depends on how high you go, because you can stand it just about vertical.
Well, like it is there, it'd feed without any dramas.
Yeah, it feeds without any dramas at this level. If I go vertical, then it does need some right angle put in here.
Yep.
I was thinking about leaving those spiky ones and just welding it
Yeah.
to the other ones,
Yep.
because those spikes will help things drive too.
Yeah.
That may have been for plates that will right angle.
Yeah. Just a bit of angle line bolted on there or something.
Yeah, years ago for an adaptation. Because, you know, like, same deal, like small squares wouldn't drive up that if you were nearly vertical trying to get up to top of a stack.
Yeah.
So I believe that it probably had a kit that come with it,
Yeah.
whether it was ever used, whether they actually needed it because they didn't drive high enough,
Yeah.
or whether they relied on those studs.
So now you just got to finish off the bottom there. You're going to end up bracing the top as well?
No, I was going to leave that open.
Yep.
Potentially.
Well, it
Potentially
just goes up
depends.
there and falls off anyway.
Yeah, it just depends. If
Yeah.
you get a piece of wood fall down the side, here might be an issue.
Yeah.
So
Might
I
have
was
to
thinking
just
about
run plate
potentially
up the side.
bracing plate up
Yeah.
the side, yeah. Just a bit of a skid, bit of a skirt sort of thing.
Bit of a skid.
Yeah, I like skids. But yeah, that one is shorter, so it's not going to quite go in the same spot. So I was thinking I might just cut it a bit differently. But from here, I just got to wind it back that its highest point is here somewhere, so that I can just put a piece of flat bar across.
Yeah.
Angle line will do. That'll give it some strength this way, and it'll give me something. If I get the angle across here, well, this way, then I can weld a bit
A
of tin
hopper,
off of here,
yeah.
and or I could do it just, you know, you cut your 45s and just weld it together, make it
Yep.
square, and just a couple of little bows across here, because I'm thinking it's actually going to have to come up on a bit of an angle.
Yeah, well, that'll give you a nice catch area where you can actually throw it and it'll
Yeah,
go in.
in the sense that when you lay it down flat like this, it's not really going to be. You're going to be chucking the wood up here,
Yeah.
but when it's standing upright, it's going to fall down and
That's
catch on
right.
here, and hopefully flip it and
Feed
take
up,
it
yeah.
up. This is very agricultural.
Yeah, so it doesn't... By shorter, you're saying it doesn't come out this way as far as what that one does.
Yeah, so it's not going to be square, maybe, depending if I fabric cobble something up, some other idea up.
Yeah.
So
Makes
this is the
sense.
challenges that I always get. Everything's just roughly done being agricultural.
Yeah.
If it's half inch out, it's good enough.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe we will just try and straighten that. Whether this pipe's going to be too long to get on it.
It will initially. You got a shorter piece?
Oh, that's another fact.
Is it a bit heavy or...?
Oh yeah, it's heavy. Goes like this, you want gloves.
We'll put it out of the sun for a minute.
I might just find a shorter one. I do have a shorter one.
Well, what about that piece you got hanging up in there of the roof with the tap on it?
With a tap on. That's poly pipe. And that sun is hot.
It is. Do you want to just bring it this way a bit?
Nah. We've got a generation of pansies now that need air conditioning, need this, need that.
Ease up. How come you haven't got an air conditioner in the shed here yet?
I'd say there's still something short now.
What was that? Well, hopefully I haven't got my finger over the microphone. Going to video on my phone now because my GoPro went flat. We've got a fair bit of footage for today. So you even got to see the way Dan finished off the bottom there and ran a piece of wood up there. I hope you got to see it. You right there?
I'm right. I'm just testing it now for strength.
Fair enough. So anyway, I think we'll probably both sign off for now. Really? So yeah, from me and the Forbidden Unit, we'll see you soon.
Ciao.